So the box office numbers are in, and Snake Eyes is a disaster for Paramount. So I talked about Black Widow's numbers on Saturday, but I thought for Monday, now that all the numbers are in, we would take a more bigger look at Snake Eyes. And I want to do that specifically because this is yet another franchise that people have really had a big love for a long time. G.I. Joe is a very loved series. And from what I understand, G.I. Joe fans aren't very happy with this movie. I took a look over at Rotten Tomatoes. The audience score is at 74%, so it seems like it's not absolutely hated. But like I said when I talked about this briefly on Saturday, a lot of people that, at least that I know, that are big G.I. Joe fans think this movie is god-awful. And to be fair, just from the trailer, I thought it looked god-awful. I thought it looked terrible. And, you know, like I said, Snake Eyes, I always thought he was a pretty cool character. The idea of him, you know, taking his mask off and learning about who he was and him talking all the time, like, this takes away from what made him a cool character. We already have tons of movies with, like, badass people in it. I don't need to see Snake Eyes running around and, like, I don't need to learn about his origin and stuff like that. And a lot of people will say, well, it's before that and blah, blah, blah. And they had this actor. How could you not show his face? And I would say, well, look at Dredd, the Judge Dredd movie with Carl Urban. He never took his helmet off that entire movie. And that movie was complete, like, awesomeness. Like, you take, like, a can of awesomeness. I'm pretty sure you're going to find a copy of Dredd in it. You know, you could have done something like that with this movie. I don't know what you would have done, but you could have had him not talking and just being awesome and had other people around him talking. There would have been a way to do it. He barely talked. Carl Urban barely even has any lines in Dredd. Like, he does have some, but it's mostly just him blowing shit up for the whole movie. And I got to say, it's one of the best action movies I think I've ever seen. I love that movie. You could have done something like that with this, and they dropped the ball on it. And it does seem that fans are responding to that by not giving it money. It completely bombed. It only pulled in like 16 million internationally. Like, that's everything. That's not good. 17.4 million through Sunday. That's pretty crappy numbers. So here's what Deadline has. Here are the numbers. As with domestic, a part of new studio offerings opened at the international box office this weekend. However, the biggest grosses came from local picks in China, where upcoming release dates for Hollywood continue to be a frustrating question mark. Getting to the studios first, and a 23-market rollout, Universal's M. Night Shyamalan's Time Twister Old grossed $6.5 million for a $23 million global debut. Paramount's Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins, for its part, rolled a $4 million start from 37 markets, which represent 29% of the overseas footprint. The global total on Snake Eyes is $17.4 million through Sunday. That's bad. That's really, really, really bad. That's not good. It's kind of a shame because I think you could have done something with this movie that would have got people excited, and they just didn't do that. And because they didn't do that, they now have another disastrous debut for them. And I don't know. I haven't watched the previous movies. I just didn't care. I thought they looked bad, and I don't think a lot of G.I. Joe fans even care for those. Though it did get a sequel. How many live-action G.I. Joe movies are there? Let me check real quick. So you have The Rise of Cobra and Retaliation. From what I understand, they don't seem to be that well loved because I don't hear anybody talking about these anymore. Seems like they just fell out the mat. I could be wrong. Maybe people love these. I don't know. All I know is that just Snake Eyes is terrible. There were a lot of people that were upset that they also changed Snake Eyes. I guess they made him Asian for the movie. And from what I understand, they were also going after fans that didn't approve this, because they always do. There's fans that like things to be kept, as the characters were back in the day, and these updates are made for progressive social justice reasons. It's not the best way to go about things, but from what I understand, that's the least of this movie's problems, though. So, I don't know. Another franchise that's just not getting what it deserves, and I'm glad to see it not do well. The people that I feel bad for are, of course, movie theater owners, but maybe they should demand better products from Hollywood, if that would even work anyway. I don't know, but, you get what you deserve, Paramount. Congratulations to Old. I don't really have much interest in watching that movie either. Kind of looks a little... I think I'm interested, like, why are they growing old on that island? But I just don't care to go see that movie. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think about all this. What do you think about the Snake Eyes disaster? I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.